Hello friends, welcome to Mechanical Engineering online classes.
Today let us see what is called as a natural coordinate system. Natural coordinate system has its abscissa and ordinate as normal and tangential components of acceleration. Hence, natural coordinate system is also called as normal and tangential coordinate system. So this type of coordinate system is used to study curvilinear motion. So to facilitate the study of curvilinear motion, the acceleration may sometimes be resolved into components that are normal and tangential to the path of motion of the object or particle. Let us consider a particle that is moving along any path of motion. So here the black curved line is a path of motion whose center of curvature is at C. So at any point P, on this path, the velocity of the particle is always directed along the tangent to the path at point P. So at any point P on the path, the velocity of the particle is directed along the tangent to that path. So this direction is known as tangential direction. The direction from P towards the center of curvature of the path is the normal direction. Perpendicular to tangential direction is normal. So this direction is normal direction. So if the motion of particle is described in terms of these two directions, then the system is said to be in tangential and normal coordinate system. This is also called as natural coordinate system. So this system is in terms of the path variables. The origin is not fixed, but the position of particle is origin at any time. So here we are talking about P. This P, if at all we are saying that the particle is at P and we are finding the components, then P is our origin. So if the particle is somewhere else here, let's say Q. So at time t is equal to t naught, particle is at P. At time t equal to t naught, the origin is P. After time say t is equal to some t1, that time the object is at Q and Q is the origin. So let nt be the unit vector directed along the tangent and nn be the unit vector directed along the normal. So let us see the expression for velocity. At any point the velocity is directed along the tangent. So hence we can write v, velocity vector, as v dot nt, where this v is ds by dt. And it is to be noted that velocity does not have any component along normal direction. So this is the expression for velocity in natural coordinate system. Similarly, let us express acceleration also in natural coordinate system. So acceleration will have both the components. Let at be the tangential component of acceleration. So as particle travels along a curve in a covered path, then the particle which is at say point P, the center of curvature is C, the velocity is tangential. So it will have its acceleration in two components, one along the tangent and the other along the normal. So this tangential acceleration is what is responsible for a change in magnitude of velocity. So it is because of this tangential component of acceleration, the magnitude of velocity is changing. and there is a normal component of acceleration which is along the normal direction. It is because of this normal component of acceleration which is responsible for the change in direction of velocity. Otherwise, if this an is not there, then the particle will go along the tangential direction only, because the velocity is in that direction only. But this particle is taking a distracted path which is not tangential, nor it is towards the center. It is going somewhere midway. There is a curve like this. The tangential direction is this. Tangent is here. The acceleration along tangent is there, and there is a normal component of acceleration also. So because of this an, this particle is moving in a distracted path which is away from the tangent. If this an does not exist, then because velocity is in tangential direction, the particle also will go in tangential direction. But because of this presence of an or acceleration in normal direction, the particle is going in between both the directions. This is normal direction, this is tangent direction. So every time it is somewhere in between both the directions. So therefore, an is the normal component of acceleration that is responsible for change in the direction of velocity. So at and an are the components of acceleration, the total acceleration. Let the total acceleration be a. So we can write a as total acceleration as at dot nt plus an dot nn. These are the unit vectors along tangential and normal directions. So where at is nothing but dv by dt and an is given as v square by rho, where rho is the radius of curvature. At the instance, where the expression for the radius of curvature can be given as rho is equal to 1 plus dy by dx whole square whole to the power of 3 by 2. This entire term is divided by d square y by dx square. And the reciprocal of the radius of curvature is curvature. And the expression for curvature can be given as 1 by rho, which is nothing but the curvature. This can be given as x dot y double dot minus x double dot y dot whole divided by x dot square plus y dot square whole to the power of 3 by 2. Whereas x dot is nothing but the first derivative of x with respect to time, and y dot is dy by dt. X double dot and y double dot will be the second derivative. X double dot is d square x by dt square, and y double dot is d square y by dt square. Let us look at a question. Particle moves on a circular path of radius 10 meters such that the arc distance from a fixed point on the path is given by an equation s is equal to 40 cube minus 10t, where s is given in meters and t should be taken in seconds. We have to find the total acceleration at the end of 3 seconds. So the given equation is a relation between time and displacement. So let us note down what is given as a part of solution. Radius of curvature is given as 10 meters. The equation or the relation between s and t is given as s is equal to 40 cube minus 10t. Now we can find, we have to find total acceleration. We have to find a at the end of 3 seconds. So when t is equal to 3 seconds, we need to find a. So we have to find at and an. So let us first find the velocity. So velocity vt, we don't have vn, so vt itself is v. So v is nothing but ds by dt. So first derivative of this equation. So it will be 4 into d by dt of t cube minus 10 into dt by dt. So this will be equal to 4 into 3 t square minus 10, or this is 12 t square minus 10. This is the v. So we have obtained an expression for velocity in terms of time. Let this be equation number 2. Now let us find, because we have velocity, so from velocity, if we differentiate velocity, we get the tangential component of acceleration. So we are deriving, making a derivative of equation 2. So it will be 12 into d by dt of t square and minus d by dt of 10. So this will come out to be 12 into 2t minus 0. So this is 24t. Therefore at is equal to 24t. We have obtained the tangential component of acceleration in terms of t. Let that be equation number 3. So now we are supposed to find any quantity when t is 3 seconds. So we can find at t is equal to 3 seconds. At will be equal to 24 into 3. This is nothing but 72 meter per second square. So the tangential component of acceleration at time 3 seconds is obtained. Now we can find the velocity also. Velocity at t is equal to 3 seconds is v is equal to 12 into, we are substituting t as 3 in equation number 2. So this becomes 3 square minus 10. So this comes out to be 12 into 9 minus 10. 108 minus 10 is 98 meter per second. So v is 98 meter per second. Let this be 4, let this be 5. We have to find the total acceleration, for which we need another component of acceleration also, n. n is given as v square by rho. V square is nothing but, v is just calculated, v is nothing but 98. So 98 square by the radius of curvature is given as 10 meters. Everything is in meters. So this will come out to be 9604 by 10. So it is 960.4 meter per second square. Therefore n is equal to 960.4 meter per second square. So we have used the value of v in order to find an. Let this be sixth equation. Now from 4 and 6, at and an, we can find the total acceleration. If a is the total acceleration, then the magnitude of a can be found as root over at square plus an square. So we will substitute at and an from equation number 4 and 6. So this is nothing but at is 72. So it is root over 72 square plus n is 960.4. This is squared. So on using the calculator, I obtained the value of a as 963.095 meter per second square. So we have found the acceleration using the natural coordinate system.
Thanks for watching. If this video was of help to you, please like it and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.